InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. 2015 is the year to do it, and it all starts at InfoWarsLife.com. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet.
Several months back, I started taking your Nason iodine and your Super Meal. Prior to this, I was barely walking. Now I'm able to function as a human again.
InfoWarsLife.com. You've heard the callers to the show.
Your products are great. I use DNA Force. I use X2, Super Male Vitality, and Lung Cleanse. Every day, they're great stuff.
Whether it's Survival Shield, Nason Iodine, or DNA Force, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, Oxy Powder, I believe that all of these products will blow you away like they've done the thousands of other customers that have visited InfoWarsLife.com.
Dash 2. Just amazing what it's able to do to actually detox the body. It's great stuff.
Check out InfoWarsLife.com today and the entire line of groundbreaking, cutting-edge, hardcore products.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled I-N-F-I-D-E-L, bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. He aligns himself with the truth, and it's time for you to choose a side. You're listening to Alex Jones.
Welcome back to The Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight, your host today. I want to go to the story about the jury nullification activists centered around the Silk Road trial that's going on in New York in just a few moments. We're going to first go to some of the people who've been holding on the line. And before we do, I just want to let you know that this hour of the Alex Jones Show has been brought to you by InfoWarsLife.com, the products that we have there. And right now we have a special for this month, the Essential Resolution Pack. This is something that's going to be ending soon. This is a powerful 3-stage combination to strengthen and improve your body naturally. It's got 3 different products there at 48% off the retail price. It's got Oxy Power, Secret 12, that's a B12 supplement, and Super Male and Female Vitality to strengthen and support your natural essence. So you get 3 of those right now in a package that's 48% off to gain the edge to boost your success this year using natural supplements. That's at InfoWarsLife.com, or you can call 888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com. And as I mentioned, I want to go and to this story about jury nullification, because I think that's one of the key ways that we can individually take power back from the government, shut them down when they don't follow the law, when they step over the law. There's a very interesting story that's going on right now that's centered around the trial of the person who's accused of running the Silk Road website. But before we do, I want to go back to some of these callers who've been on hold for quite some time. Let's go to Lauren in Ohio. Lauren, go ahead.
Hey, David.
Hi.
Just with regard to the Hollywood, they're selling a new war to your children. So,
yes.
They use movies, they use schools for mass indoctrination, and everybody, deliberatedumbingdown.com, if you're not sure about it, Charlotte Iserby's site, she'll explain it to you. That's a phone book, a size book, free on her website. You can read it,
yes.
And it's the documents right out of the schools. So the deal is, we're obeying the wrong people. It's time to do what God said, come out of her, my people. The lie is the enemy, not some person. Jeb Bush and Hillary Clinton are not going to save you. Voting for your life once every 2 years, this is not how you're going to beat these people. When you're talking about getting local, your family's what's local. So
yes.
We need to individually obey God. We got to keep our money in our pockets. Stop paying taxes you don't know. Learn who owes money. The fruit of your labor, that's all you are. That if somebody else can control that, you're a slave.
Absolutely.
So, you want to be half a slave, fine, and that's fair. Hosea, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So it's up to us. Keep your money in your pocket, keep your children in your home, and boycott big business. When they start changing the technology, Samsung wants to look at you and listen to you, and you sign a disclaimer and still bring that TV in your house, shame on you. Same thing with the cell phone. Same thing with we cannot keep bringing technology and participating in using this stuff. We need to boycott it. And then black market or individuals will start developing things that we want to buy again. Instead of us keeping obeying them as no wood-burning stoves, no smoke coming out of the stove. I mean, are you kidding me?
Absolutely. And I think one of the best ways that we can do that is if we happen to find ourselves on a jury. And unfortunately, juries have become such a rubber stamp for the government that most people don't even want to take their chances with the jury. But if the juries were functioning correctly, if people understood what they were really about, if they knew what their rights were, if they used their rights, then one person on a jury could shut down laws that are over the top, laws that they don't have any constitutional authority for. Lauren, you started talking about education and talking about the elections, how one person is not going to save you. I mean, certainly we've seen that. We've had a massive sea change with the GOP coming in. People thought they were going to make some policy changes, didn't do it. And on this topic of education, they just came out and said, we're going to remove some of the restrictions on states, some of the mandates at the federal level, which come with No Child Left Behind. And there were panicked articles from the Washington Post this week saying that could be the end of Common Core. Other people are saying it's only going to enforce Common Core. And the real issue is, who gave us No Child Left Behind? Of course, it was Republican George W. Bush who gave us No Child Left Behind. And if you set the standards, you're going to dictate the curriculum. When I educated my children, I did not teach to the test. We knew what the test was. We were not going to let them dictate what we taught to our kids. I didn't really care what they got on standardized tests. We weren't going to propagandize them with the curriculum that the government creates. And that's what people are going to have to do. They're going to have to take responsibility for themselves, for their families. They're going to have to take each other's backs on juries, understanding that they have the right to judge the law as well as the facts of the case. And judges don't want people to know that.
Well, true. And two things. We have to know what the schools are intended to do. These people don't mean your children well, number one. And God said to raise up your children, keeping them with you morning, noon, and night, teaching the Word of God, teaching them to walk in truth. Well, that's not what schools do, and you know that. When you looked at the curriculum, you weren't going to put up with it. As a man and a father, you were going to do your job. The other thing is we need to understand that the Constitution is a body of negative law to limit the maids and the butlers. It's not to tell us as free men, free kings, what we can and cannot do. That's why that Bill of Rights is attached. Look at that 9th Amendment. Don't skip that one. We go to the 10th all the time talking about states' rights. Go to the 9th. That's each man. And the fruit of your labor, what you produce with your own hand, that is money. That is wealth. And that actually should be what backs our economic system, not gold, not some artificial thing. And that's how come every time they blow these derivatives up and all this stuff, there's no labor backing whatever the gamble was. I bet oil goes lower. Well, you are taking real money to pay where there's no real asset has been produced. So our ignorance, when they said that they made the Obama go through, remember Grubering? When he said he made the Obamacare go through because they knew how ignorant the American people were in finance, that's because for 5 generations we've been in their schools where they're dumbing us down. So
right.
Let's stop blaming. Let's get ourselves busy. It's not hard. StopTheCrime.net. You guys need to have Deborah Tavares on again. And let's really get out there with their plans. They're bold enough to put the plans down in writing, and they're enacting them. So
they enacted, they put us all on the hook for their gambling again, putting the American taxpayer on the hook to insure the derivatives of banks after having removed it. It's only 6 years ago that we saw this whole thing blow up in our faces. So the first thing that the Congress does when it comes back from the elections is to sign us all up for the banker derivatives again. So we're all on the hook for that. It's going to be much bigger this time. Thank you so much, Lauren. I want to give some other people a chance to comment. Good call. Tony in Missouri, go ahead.
Hey, David, how are you?
Doing good.
All right. Listen, are you familiar at all with the constitutional amendment passed in Missouri in August, Amendment 5, which basically they laid out, said exactly that the right to own and possess a firearm in Missouri, according to our Constitution, now this amendment passed, is an unalienable right. And that the only time that the legislature could pass a law inhibiting somebody's right to have a firearm is if they were convicted of a dangerous felony, not just any old felony. It would have to fit the definition of a dangerous felony. Mm-hmm. In addition to that, or if they were a judge mentally ill. There's currently a case before the Missouri Supreme Court, Marcus Merritt, State of Missouri versus Marcus Merritt, where they're asking the Missouri Supreme Court for clarification on this very same issue. Now, listening to the oral arguments in this case, I can see that the Missouri Supreme Court is trying to find some way, since this is not a statute, it's a constitutional amendment, to get out of this mess. So what has been happening in Missouri is that every time somebody who has been convicted of a felony has been caught with a firearm since the passage of this, there's 136 open cases. The state of Missouri, if it happens to be a Democratic prosecutor, is passing it over to the federal government to prosecute among the federal statutes and dropping the Missouri case. And if it's a Republican prosecutor, they're keeping it in-house. The problem is that whenever, and then they're not prosecuting them and they're not telling the federal government about it. The problem with that is that the statute specifically states or not, the amendment, that Missouri has an obligation to defend this right and defend its citizens in the event of the federal government's intrusion. So really what you have is a double standard going on here in Missouri, and it's obscene. If you'll remember back a couple of years ago, it was the Missouri State Highway Patrol that released
Hang on, we got to go to a break, and we'll let you wrap this up and kind of summarize what the situation is here. But it appears that they're going to prosecute people in one venue or the other so that they can confiscate their guns regardless of what the people just said in the referendum. Stay with us. We're going to be right back with your calls.
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
We let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
It's a popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet.